Hi and welcome to Orbit. The smartphone market is quite crowded and complicated, so I want to tell you which smartphone I would get at which price point. Let's go. When you buy a cheap smartphone, you have to do some compromises. But I think the compromises have to be just right. And the Moto Edge 30 Neo is really a fancy device. It looks nice, it feels nice, it is quite compact, and it has a 120Hz OLED display that is really comparable to a flagship smartphone. Because Motorola is using nearly stock Android, even though the processor is not the newest or the fastest out there, and the battery life is because of it also great. If you want a better camera than this one, the Pixel 6a might be the one for you. It has the Tensor processor in it, so the performance is great, but sadly there's only a 60Hz display. But the camera, it can make up for that. It is really good, and I do like the pure Android on it. For $100 more, you can get a Moto Edge 30 and the Nothing Phone 1, and both are excellent choices. The Nothing Phone 1, of course, has the more spectacular design. It feels like an iPhone, it has this crazy LED array on the back. Since the last update to Android 13, the performance improved quite a lot and the battery life is also solid. But I do think that the Moto Edge 30, it runs a little bit faster and smoother, and it does have a 144Hz display. And I do like that it is the thinnest 5G smartphone out there. It feels crazy and the battery life is great, even though it is so thin. The cameras on both of these phones are comparable to each other. Both are not insanely good, but not bad either. For $580, there's only one phone that you should consider, and that is the Pixel 7. I do think this phone looks nice, it feels great, it is quite compact, it has a great performance because of the Tensor G2 and an awesome display. It only has 90Hz refresh rate, but I think 90Hz is plenty for most people, and the battery life is great because of it as well. The strong point of this phone is the camera. The main camera is excellent and the ultra wide angle is also great. The next price point is around $800, and I do think that there are three smartphones which you should consider. One is the Galaxy Z Flip 4. It dropped quite a bit in price and it's a super funky smartphone. It's foldable, it's compact, it has a nice screen and nice performance, and the battery life is okayish, and you can put it somewhere in folded mode. Only the cameras and the battery life could be better. They are not bad, but there is room for improvement. The OnePlus 11 is quite new and it has the newest hardware out there. It has a super nice screen and I do think that the cameras are great. But I would personally pick the Pixel 7 Pro over it, even though I do love the 100-watt charging. It charges in only 25 minutes and the Pixel takes about 70 minutes for the same amount of battery. But the Pixel does have even better cameras with the 5x tele, and it is so consistent. I really like that about the Pixel. The performance is great, battery life is solid. I think hardware and software blend nicely on this one. And I think for most people, that's it. That are the phones that you should consider, but when you are willing to pay a little bit more, there are some more options. And one of them is for sure the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. They are super solid phones, great screen, great performance, great battery life, great cameras, but I don't think that they are quite worth the money, especially because you only get 128GB of storage. The way better deal in my opinion is the Galaxy S23 Ultra, because it has the 10x tele, the 200MP main camera, it has the S Pen built in. It's such a capable phone and it's also super expensive, but it will come down in price in the following weeks. So I think this one will be cheaper than the iPhone, and in my opinion it is even better because now the battery life and performance is on par with Apple. If you feel super productive, you should maybe consider a Galaxy Fold 4. It costs $1,500 right now, but it's basically a mini tablet and I did enjoy my time with it. It does not have the best camera or battery life, but both are super solid, so it's also a great pick. I hope this video helped you a little bit and I see you on the next one. Bye.